right, do you have your best Hatch impression? Do you have it ready?
So he calls me Smitty. That's my name. So this is what I get a few times at practice each day is, I mean, Smitty, what are you doing?
What's it like when he's angry? He starts yelling. He got kind of high voice.
Yeah, sometimes you get a yell, or sometimes you'll just get the look when he just kind of looks at you like that and he starts scratching his head, and that's usually worse than the yelling if you get that look.
After the year you guys had momentum building into this year, what is a successful season for you guys this year?
A successful season is one that we play the best that we can in each every game. We're not going to be the same team that we were last year. We're a completely different team. Is this team ceiling higher than the last one? We're not sure yet. And so for us, success is that we are the best that we can be each and every day. And that's not even each game. That's each and every practice, each and every walkthrough. If we're the best that we can be in each and every one of those, then we'll be a successful team in our eyes.
How does this team differ from last year's team?
Different players, obviously. We lost a lot of good players, but we're also gaining a lot of really good players. But one, just from a mindset view, is kind of, from my last 4 years before last year, there were a lot of games where there were games we probably should have won, and we ended up not finding a way to win. And then last year, we were in a few positions where maybe we shouldn't have won the game, and we found a way to win. So this year, we're a lot more confident, and we understand we learned how to win a lot of different ways. And so we got a lot of confidence from that.
How good is your quarterback? How would you break down someone that's seen just a few Samford games, what Michael means to this team?
I mean, we're going to be in every single game that we play in. No matter who we're going to be playing against, he gives the chance to win. The guy, whether it's football or whether it's any other thing that he does, he's going to compete, and he's going to try and beat you no matter who you are. He's going to go out there and he's going to do whatever he can to beat you. So that gives us a lot of confidence as a team, and the guy who's under center is looking to win, and that's the only thing he cares about.
Okay, I'll ask the question again. Just learning from failure is a typical thing we hear from teams. What did you learn from the success of last year that you're bringing into this year?
I learned that, last year we were such a tight-knit group, and it really looked like that everyone was playing for the man next to them, rather than on a few of the teams I had been on in the past, everyone was kind of playing for themselves. And it seems like we've already got that culture going on this year's team too, with a lot of the leaders that we have from last year. And so it's just, you're playing for something bigger when you're playing not for yourself. And that way when you can look to the man next to you and say, I'm going to go do it for you, then that gives you a lot more motivation to go out there and do whatever you can to help the team win.
Chandler, you have a great connection with Michael on the field. Is there a certain NFL duo that you would compare yourselves to, or maybe an NFL receiver that you look up to?
Maybe, I look up to Hunter Renfrow as who I look up to in the NFL. Michael, I would say, I would compare him to like a Joe Burrow. A guy who's not the flashiest, and but just somehow he finds a way to win in everything he does, and like everyone just kind of feels that presence about him in the locker room, and just that swagger he has about him. I would never say this to his face, but but that's what he's got going, and it's fun when that's your quarterback.
Does Michael have the style like Joe Burrow, like clothes?
He thinks he does. I don't know if I would say so. I think he's working on it each and every day. But yeah, he might think he does, but I give him certain days he does.
Okay, he can't pull off the Cartiers yet.
Not quite yet, but we got a lot of guys in our receiver room especially who are trying to get him to that point, and so we're working on that this year.
It seems like every quarterback that goes through Hatch's system is successful. Some even playing on Sundays with Duck, and you had Liam before. Does this guy have a potential to play at that next level?
He definitely does. The sky's the limit for him, and the best thing about him is that he's not looking at that right now. He's looking on how he can be the best he can today, and he understands if he gets better each and every day, which he's done since the first day he got here, then he'll have a chance to play on Sundays one day.
I came late, obviously, so this is not even asked another player, but has Duck come and spoken to y'all or been to practice since he's been dating Lainey Wilson?
He came to practice last week, and there's only a few of us on the team, Joe being one included, that was here when Duck was here. And so it's a lot of new faces for Duck, and a lot of people didn't know Duck before, just kind of knew him from his time in the NFL and dating Lainey, obviously. But he was good, and it was good to have him around last week.